One of the areas where I find the biggest disconnect between agencies and clients is the idea of maintenance, specifically on WordPress websites. And what I'd like to do is kind of zoom out and give a better understanding of what maintenance of a WordPress website actually means and what it looks like. And I think it's important to set the stage for that, to understand that over the last 10 years, the function of WordPress has really changed. So when WordPress first came out and became one of the most popular content management systems, it was really geared towards being the simplest, easiest, do-it-yourself website where clients could make changes on their own. And frankly, over the last 10 years, that has changed. There's now new platforms like Webflow, Squarespace that can actually serve that better DIY purpose. And WordPress has really become the most robust content management system for websites. So what that has included is the growth of page builders and plugins within WordPress that give agencies like us and clients like you a ton of opportunity to do whatever you want with your website. But the downside of that is it's caused a higher need for maintenance with the way WordPress websites are now structured. So what I'd like to do is kind of walk through our process for monthly maintenance on WordPress sites and give you a better understanding of what that actually looks like behind the scenes. So when we're maintaining a WordPress website, one of the first things that we're doing is maintaining a staging copy of your website in addition to the live site. This allows us to do a couple different things. We can make changes to the staging site, simple changes, make sure they work, and push them to the live site instead of actually working on your live website, which poses some risks if things break based on the changes we've made. But what it also does is it allows us to do proactive maintenance to make sure that new updates that are provided by the different softwares that your website is using doesn't affect other elements of your website negatively. So where we see this most often is in plugin updates. Plugin updates happen automatically at times and on a rolling basis. Sometimes it's hard to know when the next plugin update is coming. And when the plugin provider pushes that update through, it can negatively affect your website or at times take your website down. This is also true with page builder updates. So if your WordPress site is using a page builder like Elementor or Divi that allows that great drag and drop design functionality, at times when that page builder updates, it can also negatively affect your website and potentially take it down. So what we're doing is doing that proactively to try to minimize downtime and make sure the live version of your site is not affected in any way by these updates. So what that looks like is on a rolling monthly basis, we look for the updates that are coming both in your plugins, page builders, and any other technologies that your website is using. We preload those updates on a staging version of the site, make sure everything works properly, and then we push that staging version to the live version. This gets us out ahead of those updates and make sure that they are done seamlessly and we're not running to correct a problem when something updates and it takes your live site down. Now, one of the common questions we get is, doesn't the hosting company do this for me? Some do, some don't. What we see is even the ones that do, they do it on an automated basis across hundreds of thousands or millions of websites, and they're not necessarily focused on you, on your website and keeping your website up 100% of the time. So what this allows for you is a connection between you and the hosting company to proactively run these updates on your site to avoid downtime and be focused directly on your website on a monthly basis and make sure it doesn't go down because of these updates. If you have any questions about maintenance, we're always happy to answer them. I hope this shed a little more light on what actually goes on behind the scenes when you're paying for maintenance on your WordPress website. Thanks.